Yo, what up, Q reviewers? Today I'll be going over one of my most anticipated films of the year, Magazine Dreams, directed by Elijah Bunham, starring Jonathan Majors. Now, if you don't know all the controversies of Jonathan Majors, I'm not going to get into a lot of that here. Go do your history. Anyway, he got, short story, he got convicted of assault last year from his ex-girlfriend. And this was about the time he was Kane the Conqueror, Creed 3, and they pushed back this movie because of the controversy that it was going through. Now this movie has got re-released and bought by another studio. Thus, we have Magazine Dreams that should have came out last year. Now, anyway, I'm going to say this. This movie is about the dark side of bodybuilding, and mental health, and trying to be the best at something, maybe for the wrong reasons. That's what I think this film is. So I'm going to start off first off, what you're going to hear a lot. Jonathan Majors gives the performance of his career thus far. If he don't get no type of recognition or some kind of Oscar recognition, he's been robbed. He was absolutely fire in this movie. I think this type of bodybuilding movie, you have to believe in the character in order for the story to work. If the character doesn't work, this whole story doesn't work. And on that note, I will say Jonathan Majors is better than this movie actually is, and the movie's not bad at all. I think the movie is a really, really good movie. I just have a couple of gripes with it. The thing about watching this movie, you feel uncomfortable watching Jonathan Majors. I felt uncomfortable watching him. Like, I want to feel sorry for him, and I do, because he's so socially awkward that he puts all this work in, but at the same time, he doesn't know how to communicate with people. Like, just straight up basic conversations, like asking a girl out a date is super awkward, saying you feel awkward for him, but it brings some of the comedy to this film. And at other times, when he's using so much steroids and coke, it's a lot of world rage in this movie. Not world rage or roid rage in this movie. It's a lot of that, and you see him hurting himself. It's the point in this movie where he's breaking into this small place, and he's using his body to do it. And he's using a lot of his body to hurt himself, not on purpose, because he's so roided out and crazy, and all these drugs that he's taking, it's really messing with him. So, like, as a audience member, I'm looking at this happen almost in the back seat watching a train wreck. That's the best way I can describe it. I would say this movie is the 2018 Joker, Taxi Driver, and the literal story of Stan by Eminem. Hey, yo, Slim, I hope you know I ripped all your pictures off the wall. P.S. We should be together too. Like, yeah, that part makes a cameo in this movie. Is like he worships these bodybuilders with these tremendous bodies, and I respect bodybuilding itself. I think it's an art form in itself. But like any art form, whether it's competitive eating, whether it's something you're doing to excessive drinking, it comes to the point it becomes a danger to others and a danger to yourself. And that's what I felt like watching this movie. It was miserable to watch, what I'm saying? It was really hard to watch and get through these scenes, like, especially, like I said, the part of one of his idols, and he meet him and something terrible happens. I'm just gonna put it out there like that, and you feel sorry for this person. Now, like when all these things come to a halt, Jonathan Major character, the movie almost turns super dark. I'm talking about American Psycho dark, Taxi Driver dark. Oh, what's that movie? Night Stalker. Nightcrawler. It almost comes to that time. So I thought the director was gonna really take me there in that third act and flip this on his heels and show you what these things can really do. But I'm here to say this is one of my gripes of the movie. I think the director just held back from giving us that punch that we will really be talking about this movie, son. Like I said, Jonathan Majors is my guy is excellent in the movie. I think he's one of the best actors on the time, and I think he's in just about every frame of the movie, and he lights up the screen every time he's in it. And with the director, I think this movie is a little too long to get his point across. If it was just, I would say, cut even 30 minutes off this thing to make it just a more tighter film itself. And the ending, it just kind of ending abruptly. And I was like, man, I went through all this, what I'm saying, all that anxiety, all that stress, for this ending to just be like, I wish you really, really took it there, But Was I disappointed for watching this film? I think it's a very well-made film. It was just, like I said, the runtime and the director not committed to some things that I think he should have committed to that kind of holds me back from this movie. Like, I was thinking, should I give this movie a 3.75 to a 4? And if I'm honest with you, I'm leaning towards that 3.75 because it's just certain parts of this movie that just didn't completely push that character over the edge. If this character would have been pushed over the edge, maybe I'm dark, you know what I'm saying? Because this movie is dark. I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. What they do with the music, that's super. he gets in his car and listens to this heavy metal music and drives recklessly. It's just like. It gives you so much anxiety because you don't know what happens next. You know, is he gonna crash into a building this time? Is he gonna go out and eat people? Because he said some crazy stuff in this movie. There was this one part in this restaurant with his family. He's like, "What do you do if I split your head open and drunk your blood like soup?" His character said some shit like that. So I think when it's about to go down, it's about to go down. But I think the director just held back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where I really wanted to see this film push. But overall, like I said, I think I'm stick to my 3.75. Not the greatest film all time, but it was a definitely deep character study, and Jonathan Majors is easily 5 out of 5. If he doesn't get accepted for like the Oscar next year, it's gonna be a complete robbery because he's better than the movie itself. I doubt you're gonna see a better performance this year in 2025 than Jonathan Majors did. With all that said, what y'all think about Magazine Dreams? Let me know in the comments below. Do you plan to watch it, or do you plan to catch it on streaming, or you watching Snow White this weekend? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And once again, you know the deal. Don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.